Hello everyone, this is the Insert Title Show, and I'm your host, Wolf Strife. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about Mortal Kombat! I wonder if I should do that on each one of these, but no, I think once is enough. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about the very first Mortal Kombat game, and I'm going to be doing episodes on each and every Mortal Kombat game that I have played, so yeah. The first one came out in 1992 and was, needless to say, very groundbreaking and very revolutionary when it came to video game violence. I mean, there had been some violent games before Mortal Kombat, but none as, I don't know, brutal or just realistic, I guess. Like, I remember this game I think I played on the Sega Genesis called, what was it, RoboCop versus Terminator. That game was kind of violent for the time, but yeah, Mortal Kombat took it to a whole new level. It was just, funny and really cool. I mean, the characters look fucking awesome. Yeah, oddly enough, in Mortal Kombat 1, you only have, I think, 7 playable characters. But each one of them is a classic character. I mean, you've got Johnny Cage, Kano, Raiden, Sonya Blade, Sub-Zero Scorpion, and of course the main character, Liu Kang, who was always pretty cool. My favorite character has always been Sub-Zero, though, so, Yeah, I think my sister even made me a Halloween costume of him one of those years back in the day. Of course, nowadays you can just go to Party City and get a Sub-Zero costume, but yeah, back in the day you had to make your own shit. But yeah, Mortal Kombat was fucking huge when it came out. I mean, it's kind of hard to explain to people now, but I mean, if you weren't there, I mean, Mortal Kombat was in every single arcade. I mean, every single mall had it. All the arcade places you could go to and stuff. I mean, it was just everywhere. There were even action figures of Mortal Kombat characters back in the day. I mean, it was huge. And it's pretty cool to see that the series is still alive and kicking. Even one of the guys who made the first game is still in the series, Ed Boon. He's still like the head, I don't know, creative director or whatever. And he does the voice of Scorpion, the "get over here," that kind of thing. So yeah, that's him. So that's pretty cool. He's still making the games. But yeah, Mortal Kombat 1, I beat it, I think, about 2 years ago when I bought the Mortal Kombat Arcade Collection for the 360. And of course, the collection is spelled with a K. But yeah, that was really cool. I went through that. That came with Uno Dos Tres, and so I got to go through all 3 of those for the first time. And the arcade collection is a lot harder than the, I guess, was the Mortal Kombat trilogy that came out on consoles back in the mid to late 90s, because this is the actual arcade AI. So this was the AI specifically designed to take as much money from you as possible. So very hard to beat the games. Mortal Kombat 1, you had to fight all the characters, but you also had to fight Goro, who kicked my ass for a while. And then you had to finish up with Shang Tsung. So yeah, pretty tough, but pretty fun. I mean, I think the game still holds up pretty well. The graphics are basically, pretty good. I can't really explain how the characters are in the game. I guess they're kind of like real life footage of real people in the costumes and stuff, so it looks kind of cool. I think they're called sprites or whatever, but yeah, so that kind of helps the game with age, I guess. I mean, the game looks a lot better than like Virtua Fighter fucking 2. I mean, my god. Yeah. So yeah, Mortal Kombat 1's definitely, I think, holding up pretty well. And the violence and all the sound effects and stuff are pretty funny and stuff. So, yeah, if you have not played Mortal Kombat 1, definitely check it out. I mean, just for, how big of an impact this game has had on the culture of video games and stuff. I mean, only every once in a little while does a truly earth-shattering video game come out. Just a groundbreaking video game that either creates its own genre or changes the genre that it's taking place in. Like, I guess you could say GoldenEye and Halo Combat Evolved revolutionized first-person shooters. Those two games took us from, the old-fashioned 2D shooters like Castle Wolfenstein and Doom, and took us to like a full-on 3D world to go and shoot people in and stuff. And then I guess we've got like Grand Theft Auto 3, totally changed the third-person shooter to also include open-world environments. You got Final Fantasy 7, that totally revolutionized RPGs and brought them to the forefront. I mean, even RPGs nowadays, you can still see a resemblance to Final Fantasy 7, like, the leveling up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then I guess we've got Metal Gear Solid 1. I mean, that basically created the stealth action genre. There's been tons of groundbreaking games, and I think Mortal Kombat definitely deserves to be among those great, earth-shattering, game-changing video games. So, yeah, definitely check it out if you have not.